Okay, so I made a make a quick video about some research I've been doing, particularly about MacDill Air Force Base and Avon bombing range in the central part of Florida. So I got really interested in this place a couple years ago. I was checking out some information that came through from Dr. Sala regarding flying triangles at MacDill Air Force Base during Hurricane Irma. And what I understood is that they basically had to evacuate a bunch of the flying triangles, the TR3B craft from the base due to some of the hurricanes and inclement weather scenarios. And so that was the first time I really got interested in this base and, started to check it out a little bit, read some of this stuff. And there's been a couple stories from this guy. I think he's called JP. And there's some information here. We won't play this video today, but Exopolitics is a great site. So that's one thing. Then, got interested in it from Blessed to Teach. I'm going to play this quick little clip here. This is a good channel if you want to hear about like some blow-by-blow stuff going on in the DUMBS wars and things of that nature. So check this out.
England Air Force Base is under alliance control as well as MacDill Air Force Base. And here's, again, as Q said, symbols will be their downfall. It makes it kind of obvious that something's bizarre going on when you build your Air Force Base with pyramids, with the eye provenance or the all-seeing eye on it, as well as pentagrams and hexagrams. Like, it looks like this really obvious.
Yeah, this is where a thumb is, right here. It's a good thing we took over the military industrial complex. That was the big miracle here, right?
Oh, that was beyond comprehension for me that was done. That would be accomplished. That was incredible. That was due to a fifth column within them that allowed the alliance. And you can see again, not only is there the eye provenance from one pyramid, above that's another pyramid.
Yeah. Throughout everything.
Then under Miami. Yeah.
Okay, so when I start to hear pyramids, I get excited because I love pyramids. And I know there's a lot of pyramids hidden in America that are yet to be recognized, right? There's a couple, like in St. Louis, these ones here, the Chacoa, I think you say it, mounds. There's a lot more in this area than people realize, right? So there's certainly some pyramid action in the USA and other places as well. Okay, so I also had some ley line maps I was looking at, and boom. Okay, so I think there's different models for how the ley lines operate. All the ones I've seen have this nodal point, which is roughly the Bermuda Triangle, is one of the like major energy centers. There's like 12 or something like that. I'm not an expert at these at all, but the fact that it kind of rolls right through here was interesting. And again, I'm not an expert in that category, but and you look at the distance between that part of MacDill, and this is actually called MacDill Reserve over here. I looked it up. Avon Park bombing range is all right there, and so it's a whole. They're like all along this area is military installations, which is rather interesting when you start to put all the pieces together. Now, here's where it got even more interesting. So I went and found, and this was easily accessible information, Phase 1 and Phase 2 archaeological investigations, Avon Park Air Force Range. Okay, so this is redacted. Look at Geomarine redacted. I'm like, oh, okay. So I start rolling through this thing, and you can go download this for yourself. They did a major study on it. Okay, so I'm like, that's cool. So I start looking through this thing, and show screen sharing. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I start looking through this, and I realize that a lot of it's going to be black. It starts to get blacked out, and the good stuff, right? And I mean, look at, okay, so here's the whole chunk of land. I mean, it's a big piece of land right there in this central part of area of Florida. Okay, look at, boom, redaction. All right, so redaction. Okay, so, it's legit. I mean, this is a lot of work. It talks about the different eras, um, different climates. I mean, there's a lot of good information here. I've not read this whole thing. Okay, but what I was kind of getting to here is as I scroll down at some of the pictures, they do show you, I mean, look, again, totally page gone. So we don't have the full story about this place whatsoever. Um, okay, yeah, they show some like, swamp pictures, some redactions, and they are doing all kinds of stuff on this land, obviously. There's active warfare type stuff going on here and bombings and all kinds of stuff. But this seems like a really possible area for some serious activity, and all this open land, many UFO sightings in this area right around here, high rate of UFO sightings around the Air Force bases there. And again, we come into redactions, but now here's what caught my attention. I started to notice, and again, I have not read this whole report yet. I'm still doing, working on this, but I saw what looked like some monolithic ruins. There was one or two things that I'm going to scroll through and find it. I mean, a lot of it's redacted, which, that sucks. But so look, they're south of a wall. So I mean, there's it really looks like there could be some serious archaeology opportunities here if but then again, I mean, like this right here, this is the one that caught my attention. They're finding a lot of art. They're talking about artifacts that they're finding. So this definitely something going on here at this location, right? So you got, arrowheads and stuff. So very interesting area right here. Obviously, there's been some cultures here prior, something, whether it, native tribes, but an interesting area. So, they did quite an extensive survey and study on it. They did multiple phases. And unfortunately, just a lot of it is not shown here. So very possible that this would be a great area for deep underground military activity to be taking place. Definitely a place to keep on studying and looking into. Some really good articles about, flying triangle, TR3B type crafts showing up around here during the hurricanes. They had to get them out of there.
So stationary. And I could see it. I was overwhelmed. I was quite nervous because TRB. But it was a smaller one.
Yeah, that's one of the things that you've been mentioning in our communications, that the TRB3 typically is described as being kind of like 600 feet in each of its three sides, are like 600 feet. So it's a very large craft, but these were much smaller. You were estimating roughly 15 meters or something.
Yeah.
So some smaller crafts, smaller triangles, so a lot of interesting stuff right here. So I'm going to make this a short video. I really thought this was a cool topic. There's a lot of things that are just not seen by, we just don't study these things every day, but definitely an interesting area. And I do believe that the United States, on our land here, we have some really amazing archaeological discoveries yet to be found. you know, there's over 400 different archaeological sites inside the Colorado River, you know, the Grand Canyon. There's just a lot of stuff that's undiscovered. You know, of course, there's like Kincaid's Cave, you know, all that stuff. You know, we have yet to absolutely positively, you know, we don't have all the evidence there, that we don't know 100% factually if Kincaid's Cave exists, right? I don't know, but this is parts of, you know, parts of the Grand Canyon where you've got the, oh, my icons are missing, but you know, a lot of the Egyptian named, you know, oh yeah, here we go, Isis Temple, you know, places like this. You know, so interesting stuff. We got, you know, and again, I don't know, you know, these ley lines, I don't know if they're wider. I got to imagine that these things, you know, if this is energy, it arcs out pretty wide. So I don't know if these are exactly 100% accurate, but there's definitely a lot of these sites seem to be close to these ley lines, you know, and a lot of times. So like this one, I think that this is, what's this? Serpent Mount. So a lot of cool archaeology yet to be discovered in America. So I'll keep this one short, but you know, deep underground military bases. Check out Blessed to Teach. This is a good channel for getting that stuff. You know, there's a lot of information online. I'm going to read that report, and I thought it was a cool topic. I hope everybody's having a good week and lots of prosperous and good things going on. We'll be back with some more content soon. Thank you.